program director, I don't know who dare telling you this kind of appreciations. I don't deserve them. And maybe I don't deserve to speak to this kind of audience with so talented people around the table. But Honorable Chief of Staff, representing His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, the Deputy Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, Your Excellency, the UN representative in Ghana, Director, the Cities Alliance Secretariat, members of the Diplomatic Corps, honorable ministers and members of parliament, honorable mayors, municipal and district councillors, honorable traditional authorities, dear experts and representatives of the research community, representative of the civil society organization and city dwellers associations, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me first to bring the greetings of the United Cities and Local Government of Africa and of its president, who is here, Mayor Khalifa Sall of the capital city of Senegal, Dakar, and also the president of the Cities Alliance General Assembly. UCLGA, for those who don't know, is the umbrella organization and representative of the voice of local government on this continent. It represents all subnational governments, bringing together 40 national associations, local and regional governments from all over Africa, as well as over 2,000 direct members that are state, provincial, county, regional, and city governments. UCLGA is also the Africa section of the World Organization of the United Cities and Local Government, UCLG, and we will be holding our World Congress in Bogota from 12 to 15 October this year, and Africa as a candidate to be the president, the world president of UCLG, in the person of Park Stau, the president of the Association of Local Government of South Africa, SALGA. I would also like to inform you that the UCLGA has its office for West Africa here in Ghana, in Accra, for the 15 countries of West Africa. It's based here in this country. And we are now proceeding for the signature of a headquarter agreement with the government of Ghana. Mine is to say that this workshop is very timely because we are heading towards Habitat 3 in Quito. This is also in October. And this is a milestone towards this important meeting at the UN level. And it was preceded by the adoption of what we call the Africa Urban Agenda by the head of state. This African Urban Agenda was produced thanks to what we call the presidential initiative, led by President of Ghana and President of Nigeria, calling attention of the urgency to tackle rapid urbanization on this continent. And Ghana and Nigeria were instrumental to tell their colleagues in the other countries that time is now to address this daunting issue and to recognize that cities are here to stay. And I want to say it very clearly that Africa is urbanizing at a high pace, and cities are becoming a locus of majority of African people. Whether we like it or not, the future of this continent will be determined by the way cities will be governed and managed, the way they will be inclusive or discriminatory, the way they will safeguard or destroy African values and culture, the extent to which they will create economic activities and jobs or follow the unsustainable trend in economic development observed so far, the way they will choose to contribute to Africa's sustainable development, integration, and unity, or work and develop in isolation within national boundaries. The challenge ahead is huge, since within the coming 30 years, Africa will have to house in cities the equivalent of nowadays population of the continent, amounting over 1 billion people. So African city dwellers deserve the right to quality of life, the right to decent jobs, especially for the youth, the right to equality and empowerment, especially for the women. Local governments are often at the front line to addressing those. The good news is that Africa is making headways to creating enabling environment for cities and local government to be able to cope with the urban challenge. Many countries are implementing decentralization policies as a way to improve the public governance. There is a growing understanding that local government as a distinct and autonomous sphere of government is complementary and not competitor to the national government, and that both levels of government are in the same boat when it comes to building trust between government and the people and reinforcing the legitimacy of public authorities. But let us be clear here. There has never been any doubt in the mindset of local government leaders that they are part of the national state and that they should complement and amplify the impact of national authorities' policies and actions. Therefore, successful local government in service delivery, local economic development, and resilience are necessary ingredients for the success of any national policies, including national urban policies, insofar as these policies are inspired and defined based on the concern and wants of the people at the grassroots level. We have a long way to go to have these good ideas implemented on the ground. And I'm sure that this workshop will pave the way to a more sustainable trajectory for urban development in Africa. I am convinced that the Cities Alliance is the kind of alliance we want to create this momentum. And I'm calling for those countries that are not yet members of the Cities Alliance, including, unfortunately, our development bank in Africa, the African Development Bank, not member of the Cities Alliance, means for us that they might not be very well informed about the urgency to act. Otherwise, we will get more and more slums, and getting more and more slums send a message of being acquainted to injustice, and being acquainted to injustice means that we are preparing a very bad future for our children. So please join the Cities Alliance. Let's put our heads together. Let this workshop bring a very serious engagement of Africa towards building a sustainable cities and a sustainable future for our children. I thank you.